Hey guys, my name is Ricky and welcome to my channel. I am a new YouTuber and this is my first video, so for my first video I have decided to tell you about my crazy history teacher. So back in middle school, by the way, I am first year of high school. Last year in middle school, I had a crazy history teacher and she was my teacher for like 5 years, and I was like basically the nerd of the classroom, so my hand would be up all the damn time. And then it was the end of school, and then that one day all the nerds, basically girls, I was the only guy nerd in the class, all the girls were sitting in front of the teacher talking with her because we're not studying anything anymore, and I'm sitting in the back alone, bored, there's nothing really to do. I was like writing in my notebook, drawing Pokemon and stuff like that. And all the bad students, and I had a lot of them, they were all sitting on the other side of the classroom. So they used to love annoying me, bullying me, and all kinds of other stuff. So what did they do this lesson? They took papers and threw them at me. So I was like, okay. So basically, I take out my phone, put it on the table because it was too big for my new pants. Yeah, I got new pants the day before. So I was sitting there scribbling in my notebook. And then one of the worst students, she actually can't, it's a girl, she can't write, she can't read, and she can't spell. Yeah, she's 9th grade, somehow. So, she's like, okay, so since we can't annoy him like this, let's try to ruin his life. She yells at the teacher, Ricky is filming. And my teacher, a 60-year-old old lady, which is very annoying by the way, she gets up and starts screaming, Ricky, what are you doing? Bring me your phone. I'm like, okay, I give up. I just give her my phone. I'm like, you can go through my entire phone, nothing personal, there's nothing important in there, you can do whatever you want. She goes through my entire phone, she doesn't find anything. She gives it to my best friend, which was sitting in front of her. She goes through my phone, there's nothing in there. So basically there is no proof that I filmed, which I didn't. So what happened was the dumbest thing ever. She asked me, why did you film? What? How stupid do you have to be to trust the worst student in the class about one of the smartest students in the class that they filmed? And when the student, like me, says that they didn't, they start like, why did you film? She was so arrogant and mean to me. Like every single time she's like, hi, nice, how are you? I'm good too. But this day, it was like, She changed entirely. She started screaming at me, yelling. She was like, how dare you do this in my lesson? I didn't give you the right to do this in my lesson. I'm like, they're swearing, throwing paper at me, and you're asking me, why did I allegedly film in your classroom? Why don't you just go to retirement? So the next day, I come to school, and now she made me sit right in front of her so I don't film again. Okay, I don't care. So I was like, okay, this is not okay. I might even have bigger problems with this girl. Well, old woman. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I called my parents to come to school tomorrow. And on that day, my class teacher, the best teacher I ever had in middle school, she comes into our classroom. She's like, Ricky's mom is in front of the classroom. She wants to talk to you. She was like, looking at me like this. And I was like, ah. So she goes out, and my mom was standing right next to 2 policemen. She was so scared. Let me clarify this. My parents did not send 2 policemen. I'm not that crazy. They were former students of hers. They wanted to meet her. But when she saw them, she thought they were mine. And she was so scared, she immediately said, I'm so sorry for what I did. I should have understood your son. Maybe you were right. Maybe he didn't do that. My mom was like, looking at them, and she was like, yeah, don't do that ever again. So she comes back inside, and she's like, okay, Ricky, since your mom was such a sweetheart, I'm going to forgive you. But don't you ever film my classroom again. And I was like, okay, I will never film in your classroom again. And that would be basically the weirdest story I've ever had. Since then, she has never approached me again. She has been avoiding me. So she basically just gave me an A, and she was like, never gonna talk to this student again. I found out recently she talked about me to the new generation, so that was kind of like rude. Thank you. Shout out to you, girl. So basically, that would be my story. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, leave a like and subscribe, and soon I'll be making a new video, so see you then. Bye!